Well, great afternoon and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. So I asked for a message for today, and what I got was about community, what's being put out there in the community on the surface, but looking deeper. Now, lotuses, while they're beautiful, they grow out of the mud, okay? So we have to look at deeper things than just surface that's going on. Now, I had somebody today online that said they hated this country, and my response is, don't hate the country. Just, look at those that are foolish and ignorant, that are lost, okay? So we need to go beyond them. So what we have underneath of this is the burden that many are feeling, energetic burden, the heaviness of these organizations that are out there, that the double-edged sword is, wanting to put an end to our country in a beneficial way, but it's also us wanting to get rid of those burdensome organizations, such as the ones that are doing conspiracy theories and this white power, the nationalist Christians and all of that. So if we want a victory, our message has to be one of discovery, okay? Looking deeper into things. So what we have at the center of this is the Pandora's box that we're dealing with, okay? Keeping the lid on things. And if we want the higher things, the beneficial things for our planet, for the long term, then we need to be resistant, and continue to have resistance when it comes to buying into their drama. So this is the marriage. The marriage we want is what? To the higher things, and continue to resist those things which are not beneficial. Keeping the lid on this Pandora's box, and again, looking at this for the long term. So it's saying, that don't get caught up in the short-term things, but look for the long term and hold out to be resistant again to these things which are attempting to denigrate the country, that want to denigrate women, want to denigrate those of other colors, those types of things. We want to continue to resist and move forward and look at the long term and know that the long term can be beneficial and we can turn it around, but we have to continue to work to get rid of these organizations and to expose them for what they are, and educate those that are lost in ignorance. Once they get educated, then things can turn around. Now, this is not impossible. There is the story of one guy. He was a white supremacist, had been in prison, one of those white supremacist gangs. And when he got out of prison, the person that he had to report to was a black woman, okay? And she was not judgmental, and she really worked with this guy, and he turned around, okay? He really valued her in the end, and got rid of all his white supremacist tattoos and everything, and turned his life around, and they became good friends. And so these things can happen, but we need to, again, resist and continue to educate these people so that they can turn around, because they act out because of fear, because they're unhappy in their lives. You don't do this to other people, and you don't act that way if you're a happy, grounded, centered person. Okay? You only do it when you're miserable in your own life, and you're running on fear, and you're running on, feelings of lack, etc. So once you feel fulfilled within yourself, again, you want to see everyone fulfilled, and you want to see everyone working together in a union. You don't need to repress people to get ahead. And that's the fallacy. These ones that are so unhappy think they need to repress others to elevate themselves. Okay? Rather than seeing you're much happier if you enjoy other people and their differences. Okay? And you can celebrate that. And so that's what we need to get these people to understand. You're much better, and everyone is much happier if they work together and celebrate each other's differences rather than fighting against it and being so confused and so lacking that you feel that everybody's got to be only in your way of thinking and no other way. Okay? Because these people that are that way are creating prisons for themselves in their own mind, in their own life, because they're miserable. With anybody any different than them, they are miserable. And that's not a way to live life. And that's not what our country's about. Our country is founded on what? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, that goes for everybody. Okay? So you can't create this jail and box and put yourself in it and put everybody else out, because then what? You're feeling intimidated by everything. Rather than opening that door and celebrating others' differences and coming together and learning to work together and enjoying each other, again, they are making themselves into a miserable life. And for that, we should see it for what it is. They're not happy. They're miserable. They're failing in their own existence in order, they think they have to repress others to elevate themselves because they are so. Okay? Really, they're under rocks. They need to come out in the sun and expand and live life in a beneficial way. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you online.